you should probably take that extra time to develop and then we'll move to the competition, which takes us 60 minutes to finish. Now, if you're on the competition floor, how many teams do we have? We have a team count. As of yet, I think this team has 6 teams in it. 6 teams. This is still round one. He won around one time. Round one. He2 or round 2, He1. It's round 2. Help me out there. Yesterday, one of the highest scoring teams was Las Covejas de the Spanish from the black sheep with, the LOL Magic and the other partner there representing Puerto Rico. Now we're coming in here, there's all competitors that have learned a little bit from that first round. What do you anticipate seeing different here than we saw yesterday? I think you're going to take your time to finish. As you saw yesterday, the team that finished first finished second from last. So it's not about how fast you do it. You really got to take the time to make sure you're thorough. So even though it looked like it was quick, but they definitely needed to do what they needed to do. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, and now the team we have all been waiting for, live from the Chattanooga Convention Center, bringing for your entertainment here today, the team the Nacho Man Salinas, Ronald McCullough, and the notorious Marco the Villatrina Cazorla, joining to form a team Expel, the team of the Exterminators. And David Cooley Marley, let me say it to you right now, you may have known me for being an impartial commentator. So you bet your bottom triad that in this round, it's me against everybody. And that includes you if you want to get in finally. And I have to do it, be the voice for everyone else, calm you down, do your best. I think it's all excited. I mean, I hate to tell you, there's some stiff competition around here for these 6 teams. So you can think that. It's going to keep your heads in your day, but at the end of the day, we'll see that. Well, how can you help the excitement when Team Exterminators is going to win in first place? Not might, will win. You can consider this a spoiler alert. All before round number 2 starts here today. It's a little arrogant, a little conceited for you to sit there and call people, but hey, we expect it from you. I'll get through this, I promise. Well, we are quickly here underway during the prep time. A lot of the teams here are now notifying some of the proctors here on the competition for any damages. Well, in the end, it doesn't really matter what the teammates are. The only name that matters here today is Team Exterminator, who's going to terminate the
지금 이제 팀전 시작하려고 하고 있습니다. 네. 유튜브로 안녕하세요.
training over 1,000 members in our industry. With that kind of personnel to the elite level of installers, I don't think anybody stands against them here today. Well, in previous tournaments, companies have got close, but he's tracking the rest of these times. There's been some things that have happened to him, so there's been some things that kind of step back. So maybe bring it in next year, you put another position. No, I think they're sabotage here. Marco, the field trick is one of the greatest human beings that ever existed on the planet. And he is coming to defend the title of exterminating competition and restoring integrity. Shall I say Tint-Off year that we need community? I mean, there's definitely like an award or trophy for best snare job and all that. Let's just hope that award will get called up today and count them off. We can't overlook here another team right there. Next to the team exterminator, we have Nargo, Trey Tint, and Danny Lewin. Danny himself being a multiple time finalist and world champion as well, right next to the team of exterminators. You know, with all those accolades, we're still going to get started. Today's the day.
It's only fair.
Prep time, 5 minutes. We'll begin momentarily. Now, David Cookie Crawley, you're going to just go over the objective for each team. They are required to do 4 doors back window under 60 minutes. Correct, and they got to do 4 doors back. We've seen in the first 2 days, that's what the window is giving everybody the most problems. Like, we watched the team, and multiple teams, I would say 50% of the field had a big cut. So we'll see how they handle that today. If they pay attention yesterday and they attack that first. There's all, as you can see, Trey Tint and far and they're really discussing the copy that was done. You know, something that hasn't been quite mentioned here is we have an industry OG legend, Asset Door Tools founder, Rocky Couture, and I believe he is entering competition for the first time here at WFR. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of eyes on him too. There's definitely probably watching these definitely the guys that I know for a fact they came up through the very difficult 90s and 80s. Cars were way the bar. So he brings a lot of experience to the table. Really like a fine-tune that team. I think they have a chance. He's partnered up with Sean and G. Tillman and Richard and Jackson. We're walking on those here with Rocky Couture as a pulling out liner out of that blue box, which is something that I haven't quite seen in this competition so far. He's kind of setting up a few stencils here. He's really very organized. He didn't fall out keeping up the guard and everything. That's probably how he works in the shop. It's super cool. I just want to point out here real quick, the team of exterminators, who are common collected. I mean, like a well-trained battalion entering the war at WFR. I can't wait for this. I can't wait to announce it later on in the show. You know, we got to make sure that Nacho's shorts are too tight, kind of cut to the brands, but we'd like to move along with that. We'll all keep close by. Well, it's very interesting that you point that out. Those shorts are main distraction, which is probably one of the strategies here of team extermination, as the rest of the team enters the nation of extermination. He comes with a unique style. He's definitely the guy that I He's one of my favorite competitors, but I don't tell you right now. And of course, we can't gloss over here the legendary super big derringer with George L.T. And one of the members of yesterday's future protection firm, Don, joining with them. Alright, so we have Chris, Super Dave Gallagher, George L.T. and Team of Exterminators, Mark Fizzle, We have less teams in this country as we did yesterday. Do you think that that's going to have an effect on the teams here today? Do you think it's for the better or for worse, or more pressure, more tension, or how do you make sense of all this?
I think it's more pressure. I mean, the whole field's full. You know, people can look it up and see what's going on. But it's, you know, when you get down to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people, there's more activity at the same time. So there's a lot more pressure for you to know where to go. I think it's going to be a sprint to the finish. I think it's going to be the fast. But again, I think make sure that people pay attention yesterday. Just things how they don't play out like they should have been.
We're going to get more simple strategies here that some teams had a hand card that was cutting all the film, others just dispersed the passes evenly. We're going to see how once the timer starts here, we're going to see how these teams have prepared for this because they have the almost a slight advantage being able to be on the second day of the team competition as opposed to the first one.
And on the other side of that coin, I realize is now that the scores they have to beat. So like the bars get set really high. They all were sitting in their hotel room last night, like the feed when they came across. They were shooting these 98s and 98s. So that's going to cause a little bit of nerve. You know that you're going to have to go there.
One of the things I'm noticing here is some competitors bringing their own lighting systems in order to increase their lighting and perhaps increase their attention to detail.
It's become very popular over the last 5 years or so. These high LED lights that we do. And again, you see the true pressure that they do wear and they use with those. During the 5-minute prep time, competitors, you cannot touch the car. It'll be given momentarily. So as soon as we call for that, you cannot touch the car.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5-minute prep time begins now. At this time, you may not touch the vehicle. 5-minute prep time begins now. Competitors are not allowed to touch the vehicle during this time.
I think it's crucial to use this time to make sure that like you need to reset your patterns. Something really needs to go on in the car that there will be any damage to your custom seal or anything near the doors, anything in the car. You hate to get SGP because of something that happened.
I'm curious to see myself and how many people will be double cutting aside, or perhaps maybe triple quadruple cutting because we have to cut. Well, you don't have to, but it's smart to cut 2 sides of the front. But you also want to have extra film in case something needs to be scrapped.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're going to see to the side of it. You're going to see maybe a little extra preparation on the windows.
You know, this is where I feel like the exterminators team might have a slight advantage. I mean, we have Ignacio with Nacho Man Salinas, an expert in security film, and he's got experience working with thicker films. So if you start snacking 3 or 4 films at a time, he's a person who's very familiar and they might have the advantage there.
Yeah, I think that's security. Obviously, you use that.
tint fill to his own competitors in order to give him that extra boost.
There's always a lot of games that get played behind the scenes of this competition. Those guys don't realize that they're a fan of anyone expecting the situation. There's more mental game going on, and people realize it's a lot of each other. They're always young. I take Marco right now. He's not in the competition. He's making sure they see him. And what's that?
All the field directors over there throwing a flag on the play, saying, wow, why these tires cut? And that explains why he had a monitor earlier during the prep time. He knew what he was getting himself into. He took advantage of the situation. And that, to me, is the type of wisdom and genius strategy that only comes with experience.
And he could have been asked to multiply something and bring that out. He's just using the size. Just that. And I believe he's survived. This is how he does his day-to-day operation.
It's different than we've seen in the other competition with competitor, dude. We have 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the prep time. 1 minute, 20 seconds. I would say this is pretty smart today. He's able to get a little bit more progress in the competition before they're coming.
Curious to see what the judges say. If you have a question.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
I didn't want.
Cash or how they please come to the Rangers.
We're in the prep time. Teams do 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds. You're during the prep time. Which one competitors will be required to step back for the official countdown? We're going to be pausing 1 second here. All right, prep time is over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, step away from the vehicle. Step back, step away from the vehicle for the official countdown. We're just waiting for some final details here before we officially kick off the WFR Teams Division Automotive World Championships. Chattanooga, Tennessee. David Kobe Carley. This is one of the cities here has tremendous climate outside. It's gorgeous outside. How have you been spending your time here in Chattanooga?
Yeah, they got great environment here. It's a beautiful city. There's a lot of architecture. I personally know a lot of guys stay in hotels. I get Airbnb. I woke up about 5:30 this morning and had coffee outside, listen to the birds. It's a beautiful area. You got to take it. If you get an opportunity to a place like this, you really got to take it home.
As we are patiently awaiting the final word from the WFR handler and one of the coordinators of this extraordinary event, before we officially give the countdown to start this 60-minute time limit competition. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, let me hear you make some noise. Let me hear it one more time. If you're ready to kick this competition off, let me hear you make some noise. WFR Chattanooga Teams Division, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. 60 minutes in this contest. We have a total of 6 teams in this round. 60 minutes to install forward, back, windows. We saw yesterday some teams finishing up a little earlier than others. Others that are down to their final seconds in order to maximize. Remind me and remind the audience, Elio Bello's team, the black sheep of Mexican finish during their time? Were they toward the very end? Spare time? Give us some insight.
And there's maybe now, if I remember, we're a minute of the actual expiration of the clock. So they definitely are fine tuning. Elio is one of these guys who has been in these situations multiple times. So he never pressed the clock. They never lost control of their clock the whole time. So that was the goal of the mission.
We have a team of the exterminators right there moving around the vehicle like well-trained in NASCAR teams. You know, when they remove the tires and they refuel all their vehicle nine, they have successfully split up as everything is according to a back window. Ignacio and using that strength from the meaty quads there in order to push himself towards that window and scrape it down. And of course, here with the Chilean liner ahead, like cutting the doors. I mean, this is going extraordinarily well. Just look at this team. This is textbook right here.
Well, they just got started, and there's plenty of time for them to make a mistake. And it can happen, especially even as professional as they are. Things will happen. And you know, I believe they're good enough to predict if something does happen. We'll just have to see it at the tournament.
Well, I think the smile on all of their faces here is a perfect display of confidence. I mean, it's alert. This is just a formality according to more of the filtering. But as we look at some of the other competitors, now we're starting to see some of the other competitors are coming out. And this is obviously going to be an indicator of bottom style, the crusade style, which is another very interesting part of the competition to observe here.
I think there's 5 other teams that are definitely going to put the pressure on them. And I know that they are one of the highest level teams here. There's going to be a lot of eyes on them. But at the same time, I can have pressure on them as well. I mean, yes, some world-class competitors around them. So the challenge is there. Did they come through the end? Maybe. But there's going to be 5 other teams in the meantime that's going to say that.
You know, one of the things that I'm looking forward to here is I'm looking at the team of Chris, George, Elchico, Super Dave, watching days running that back window. One of the remaining wet shrinkers of this industry keeping the wet shrink technique alive. And wait till he brings out the Makita.
It's his signature move. The Makita, the wet shrink. A lot of guys don't do it anymore. We don't understand it. But he just stayed with it. So he pioneered it and perfected it. And like we always say, if you do it that way, it's a shot. You don't come here and do something different. So kudos to him. He's a true gentleman and a competitor.
Dave Dellinger, the friend outside of competition, but an enemy here with the Texas Union Team Exterminators at round number 2 for the team's division. Now, how many of the teams that are going to be placing here will be advancing to the finals? Well, you have to tune in to find out at the end of the competition.
Their scores will be combined in with the other scores, right? And then
Richard Knight Jackson, Rocky McClure, they're on the other side on the cars number 5, the room B side, Optimum. Sean, you take this on that back window that looks like Richard Knight Jackson, Rocky McClure, they're splitting each side of the vehicle. David Barlow making their way towards the back. We get some music organized in order to recreate a shop environment for all the competitors here today. We have a couple here that partnered up, Fernando Sainz and Donnie Sainz here with Donnie Tint Pro. Donnie Tint Pro coming off a historic win. He trained Battles 23 in Amelia Island, who shot the road a super stretch method. I think now he's utilizing just a normal dry shooting technique there. And of course, we have Fernando Sainz, no stranger to competition. Where there is a battle, there is Fernando Sainz, the inventor of the B-load bottom-loading tool. In order to bottom load without removing the door panels. One of the teams here has a heat gun already on the floor, just warming up to save time. Strategy here to save time and efficiency for WFR's team's competition.
I'd like to say my friend career well yesterday.
This is a perfect start here for exterminators, the rock stars here in this industry. Rock the call here, flying all the way from Hawaii. Now still the Nacho Salinas and Eduardo, both from Texas, representing here in Tennessee. Understanding is that the scores are going to compare, like today's scores are compared to yesterday's scores. This is at the top of the cube list of today's that will be compared. It's not necessarily the scores from round one, scores from round two, but it's the combination of all the scores together that will be taken into consideration for the official team to line. Is that correct?
So I think we the top teams in the series. That's why I'm competing on day 2 as well. If you polish it on the 18 minutes out, I think you get your game. In order for you to move up into the top position, you're not showing up.
Yeah, I know. Rotating your
We
mind.
see these last incidents here with also the Nacho Selena would seem like a giant log of a paper towel holder. It was right next to those beating balls there. Even like the strip making an advantage, but the endurance over the long term, I'm not quite sure how he may come up. But now remember, this is team exterminators. I think he came in here well prepared to exterminate competition. One of the honorable mentions here is that Donnie Tint-Off and Fernando Saint were outcompeted before as a team. When we go back to Timber Battles 23, Amelia Island, they got second place in a very highly stacked talent card. Now coming back here and yet again as a team. And partnering with Saint's wife, Connie, right here, who is a huge supporter of Fernando. No stranger to competition herself. She watches every competitor. So that visual experience is going to play a factor in the team here. And we'll see how they finish out this round and overall competition. She gives them herself to think about it. She works with them every day, so she does her easy to be at all times. She knows how to stay ahead of them, so you know what job you do. I think this is just straight. I talked yesterday about how it's tactical strategy coming into the event. I think you're seeing it play out here. Fernando's thing seems to be like he's the official man cover of the team. Of course, leveraging their strengths here, Donnie Tint-Off with the height and reach advantage, starting in that back window. It's just they seem to have to strategize themselves and position themselves pretty well here, utilizing their natural advantages to perhaps give them the best chance of winning the competition.
Yeah, I like how clean and organized this works. They definitely knew what they were doing before they came in. We know that they take the extreme because it's probably an hour meeting exactly where everyone's going to be in certain steps.
Fernando, he asked a question here before answering the competition. He knows the rules like the back of his hand. With 50 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 50 minutes, 30 seconds. You know what? One person that I have heard many positive things, I've never seen him so myself, but many positive has a great reputation is George from highly respected members of the community that praise his ability to install not only install, but also be trained in the art of beautiful installations.
You know, I always like a guy, you don't tell the reason about the way that they carry himself. And the other thing is about the way that he keeps his hair. Anytime there's a guy that keeps his hair that stylish, where he's at, he's clean life, I mean, what inspiration it does for younger guys to really follow his footsteps.
You know, I think we had a sheriff out there between George and that's both, you know, the opposite side. Both having the similar style, but we'll see it that similar styles also reflect their style installation as George started from the opposite side, Les Paul started You know, last month I had the great privilege of emceeing the Expo Dealer Conference, and when we got to the housing automotive division, all 6 competitors used a Frankenstein method of mounting the back wheels on there. Typically, I usually go for a reversal, but you know, the Frankenstein method is one of the more popular methods. To me, it's a little bit risky. I like to reversal myself. However, as we've seen with some competitors, some of the shorter guys and the tall guys have different reasons for utilizing each one.
I think for me, it would be the environment, right? If I came into an environment like this, where I feel it was really dusty, or there was a lot going on, so I would probably think a Frankenstein method would be safe. Now, if you get into a situation where there's carpet, or the doors are open and the windows are open, sometimes you can't control your environment, and that's what makes it really good because if you're in your environment, you probably see the little back-roll techniques, which is
Plenty of time here in the competition. I mean, it was a 60-minute time limit. We're fast approaching 48 minutes left to go. Still plenty of time here. We're way far away from the point of no return so far. You know, a lot of the nerves here, as you see these competitors moving around, it's cool, calm, collected. As we see with our competition, once it gets down to that final 30 minutes, they start to wrap up. They were down to 15 minutes, 10, 5 minutes, and the final 2 minutes. Everybody's lost track.
There's not one person on the program that hasn't been in this position before. I mean, they have much more advanced, I believe every team on has much more advanced. Everybody's got to get to the top of the same level. So this is not a chart there. We're going to do it. Needless to say, they're not intimidated by the exterminators.
Actually, they're exterminators. Keep looking at the opposite. They're crazy. That's like a particular sword there. Pulling the gasket back, utilizing again the water sets that are on the floor after that body is hoisted on the board, using that momentum to yank the panel back. I mean, this is an incredible art piece right here. If I was able to look at that, we would 18 the concept of natural wrestling.
Definitely, I guess everybody doesn't have it. I need to get this number over here.
Whoa, look at that. On that back of that tire, one of the feet down, like you were never wrestling experience that are coming into play as he's coming on the back. I'm telling you, this is a team that has everything textbook.
They should be doing it. They got a lot of work also. I don't know why I expect them to do that, but they still got to take care of all their competitors and feel against them. So they know they have to. They got to score higher than 19 for them to move on.
We have a former XTC champion of the world, Amy from outside the world, all the film directors in the world working on that back window there, a little feet up top, almost like a neon belly for all our jiu-jitsu specialists here today. Again, this team split up their tasks. We had a head cover, a person who removed the ball out of the ball, so there was that back window there. Still plenty of time, just under 46 minutes remaining. Wow. Looking at this here, card number 6 right here, the North Brandon Shield. They seem to have knocked off the sign on top, but they put a towel off there. You think this was for Brandon horses? You think maybe they won't retire this one? How do you make sense of this speculation?
I'll have to see if you guys have everybody needs to trash situation so they can get easier. I'm not really sure. There's some back there to maybe an opportunity to set 2-1 or so you want to make, which is all really, really important. We will find a show.
And of course, we have the grand master, founder of Tint-Off, operator of SBO, overlooking his team there. Almost like a football coach that designed the plays, looking at his teams, they're executing the plays as
Well, he's a scorer afterwards, so I'm sure that he's probably just paying attention to the competitors, and he's around these guys that are super well prepared, but they mutually respect each other. So I'm sure that he's talking to the pointers a little bit, because I think he's in a position to know everything. So they need he's in the advantage of making the last number just to get on, because they can get some games. So there's a lot of strategies in this one that have to outside of that, and they don't know.
Let's take your friends closer. back window to be the main first. And again, what we have an eye for right here is whether which team is going to be using a Frankenstein method versus a reversal method on that back window.
I'm always very interested in that. I think that's kind of like it's a role with I see highlight early in the prestige. But that windows are really exciting. When you guys are at the back windows, we start to understand how much time they actually have to move forward.
See, what we saw here, like we saw yesterday, people that, or installers, I should say, that are using a bottom-loading where they squeegee out the top half of the doors and leave it alone, move on to something else before squeegee out that bottom half. And again, I think as we saw yesterday, this was more of a tacking technique more than anything.
I think a lot of people had yesterday with the squeegee because of the humidity not being stable, which is pretty certain problem. I think it's just smart. I mean, it's not like anything trashing it, you're not going to be lost. So you might as well get exactly what you want if they're going to come off. Let it lock up and then finish it on.
We're just under 43 minutes left in the competition, under 43 minutes left. David Luke is probably there after the action and down where the installers are at. David Luke, what was your observation just right now?
Yeah, I went back and looked at some of these every time he does it. Yeah, straight to him. He does this with the spray in and he cut it down. And he's just a long take.
I'm going to have to go look at this myself with the very small eyes here. A wet shrinker, an industry legend. Okay, the back window has been shrunk all the way through. I'm receiving some assistance. Looks like a black keeper and it's still, I mean, it is red being hot there. It's ready for shrinking. Under 42 minutes remaining.
There was some rumor that Marco wasn't 100%. Marco was suffering a little bit of flu, and I don't know if it's true or not. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on his hydration. He's hydrated so he doesn't have any problems.
I'm not sure this is considered interference. David Cooley, Carly, what are you doing messing with my team? Cool. Next to your goal and of course straight on that back window. This is an incredibly talented team as well. They're not being overstated.
No, I think so, 100%. Like this is one of the teams where we see together where you're like, that is a stacked team. Like we're going to have to, we're going to have to nail this. This is the fun part about this team. Is that you look around your presentation right now here in the same room, even as talented as us, and we were back to the same issue most of the world.
Look at Gil announcing this one. He barely touched the rules. I mean, I don't even know if he really touched it, but now he's going to bottom load the back window. Because what I love about watching Gil is you truly see the craftsmanship in this installer. And I've been really going down to his drawing. I love what I see. He is an incredibly cool person, but he is a respected athlete in the industry. And it's a pleasure to watch him and know him more.
That's one of the things that I do like. I like when I was on the road and I also like when I touch the field. I know a lot of guys will touch the floor and just like that. But if you can't, you don't have to wrong. It's also the progress to the road. And I'm not saying the words are wrong. It's also kind of right. It's right. But I do like thinking that little small factor of it where you want to decide when you tell them.
We are under 40 minutes remaining. 40 minutes remaining. There we go. Sean G10 back here. Perfect display of a Frankenstein method. Now this is somewhat of a, so it is a Frankenstein method that he has a film on his arm, but he's out. If you sign.
So that way you can bring it in and attach it to the video. So good on him. That's what we have in certain situations to look our body type for this.
You know, that's exactly right. The judgment is based on the result of what it put out there, not necessarily the process. So as long as Sean G. Tipped and installs an impeccable back window, he puts his team in a very high position in order to advance into the finals and eventually win it all.
And he's definitely a fast winner too. We saw that yesterday with how fast he did in his singles competition. So he's going to try to get a jump start by giving up the rest of his team. He'll nail his back window tonight, and he'll be able to jump in like everything else. And this will be a
one of the aspects that I'm also looking forward to observe here is an adventure of tools. One of my favorites, Squeegee plays a hyper, it's like a sledgehammer. I'm curious what the founder himself is utilizing whenever he's in battle.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Ryan, and you know what he's doing. He's just as likely to win as anybody else. I mean, the experience that he has. Usually, he just makes it a goal to spread it. So, you know what? It's just what happened for you to do it. He does things. And if we have the same exact process here, it's a result of to get over the response.
I did notice that spraying technique that Rocky used, it was used to minimize any type of maybe perhaps like overtraining coming down. He sprayed, for those who didn't watch, he sprayed from the top down. The way that gravity travels rather than from the bottom up, and the rookies will allow that spray sporadically. Experienced professionals are more confident in how that water travels and how gravity affects water.
It starts to figure out that you're really good using gravity. Gravity is all your worst enemy if you're best friend. About 600 times top smell specs, right? So a lot of times guys will use that as a flush tank. It really just comes down to what you want to do. Some people feel it's excess of water.
Moving into bottom of the ground door, and he's putting it in that smaller corner in at the first. He's going to slide it down as he starts to position his left side.
That's a wild. So we're looking at the field on the east side. We hit him like this single thing you've never seen. It's kind of bigger than the single. So that's why I'm trying to do it. And the joint, and the thing about the way he just did is you have a direct over your car. You can actually, if someone goes sideways with the windows, you can actually balance the field on your car and adjust it because under control. So the method that he just used to do that window field is completely under control all the time.
I think he's using a tacky squeegee on the top of the order in place. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to use that same one to squeeze the rest of the top, but we're going to see that typically I use two different types of squeegee. I use a tacky squeegee for the top one, a bigger squeegee for the rest of it. He's checking on his mouth right there, looking outside his short. See, again, this is the experience coming into play here behind the door.
So he's setting that up. He's coming to follow to the bench. So this will be the treat. It's very helpful. We have to make this attention to this one.
And the final one comes with its own risk as well.
You know, it's really well to watch him. He's just, I mean, that's years of experience. There's no pressure. He just does what he does. Pay attention to us. I guarantee you, we're all push on. This is exactly the same way we do it.
I think he's using the sledgehammer strip on the end of that squeegee. You know, they put on that side swap. People use our macros and windshield, but every single time that I ever get I immediately take off the stock and come up with the blue strip. I place it with water body forward, sledgehammer strip. It's just an incredible improvement. You've already great tool.
Yeah, I think I'm a big fan of seeing his ability to help me out in place. I think it's kind of goes with the industry. But everybody has to do it. I definitely in the last 4 years really fall over the it's in my small ways everything.
We're just at 30 remaining. 34 minutes remaining. in order to get all this edge. Is that correct?
Correct. We basically used a knife to file that. I mean, this is a guy who definitely has muscle memory and habit, and he does it this way every single time. So it was a little bit of a put on a show for everyone at the same time, but he knew what he was doing.
Did you notice how he just shifted the glass here, like shifted right there for it to get all the way into that top edge? Because one of the things that the judge used to is they run the finger to the top of that edge of the glass and it pulls back. I believe it, I'm not sure if it resulted in the complication, but it is a major deduction.
You just did it again. So this person was definitely top edges of my problem issue. He's definitely trying to get it.
I mean, with the lights that he's got hanging there on his neck there, he's got tremendous amount of light. There's another, what seems like a cool new light there on the inside, plus the one on the neck. I mean, he's got plenty of light systems in there, all independent from any type of electrical outlet here. This is very smart strategic planning here. I mean, how to build tray tents and back and move as a team.
I like the comment on the end because there is a tool and just use this to go. Now, this is an old school trick. Take 3 and 4 cards and cut it in a corner. That's a huge trick for all people because a lot of tools used to scratch over that. If you let it go, but if you took that tool at a 45-degree angle, it no longer scratches. So good for him. He's been doing that a long time. He learned that trick years and years ago, and it just stays in his muscle.
Thought you were going to get away with that one, didn't you? You just caught your gold card trick.
Let's see, we're moving in over here to the other side. It seems like the Dave Gallagher is back with us still on that field. I believe from this angle, I think Marco the flip trims because Roland's back with us already in. Doing it to chisel. All the specs in it, all one of them. I stand corrected. It's a speckless back window. He's just pushing out water from the lines and the frost lines in order to reduce any kind of peanuts popping up in the judgment process. But I don't have to look at it myself. I know that Marco the flip trim laid down a window down to perfection there. This is going to be the winning car.
He's going to have to wait for the judges to decide as much as you don't want that to happen. You kind of have to wait for other people to look at it. You know,
Now, with the they're inspecting some of the other competitors, well, some of his other teammates' windows. You know, Marco's been a judge for 10 rounds. He's been a judge in previous WFRs. He's a judge for this one as well. And now he's a judge for his own teammate, holding each other accountable. I mean, this is at a level of side. I can't wait. I'm so excited watching just what a peak should be like. Team experimentation. Here's setting the example for everybody.
I will give it to Marco. He's going to set an extremely high level of expectation for him and his team. And that definitely, if he can have his way, it'll get him across the finish line.
We are now at officially 30 minutes remaining. 30 minutes, the official halfway mark for this team's automotive division at WFR. You know, this is the time where on the hourglass, half of the segment is already gone to the other side. And, you know, this is where it starts to ramp up. It's the heartbeat gets a little bit faster, the blood starts to pulse a little bit more. Again, as we said yesterday, this is the moment, this is the time where lifelong friends become even more lifelong, where lifelong friends get broken.
Yeah, you have to draw a connection with people around you. You just have to kind of believe that they know what they're doing because once you have that halfway point, everything changes as you know competition. Because as far as it applies to anything that you can do time-wise to correct a mistake. So this is, if you're going to go over it as anything, now's the time where you're going to have to start
You know, I have all competitors that usually are super first that I don't relate with because I see Rod in your corner here with it seems like a 3-tier system, and he puts the wheels in order to be efficient. And then you have Jordan actually going on the opposite side there with his one-part system as well. I use one myself in automotive and a flat glass, and it is a very efficient way to minimize time, minimize running around, keep your tools organized, and keep everything predictable and reliable.
Yeah, well, this is somebody that understands like how important it is for you to be on the road, doing a competition, but to make sure that you have accessibility to everything that's organized. So, the worst thing you have to take a competition like this is you have to spend time looking for a tool. I mean, everything has a place, and this, organized, very respectful setup here.
Multiple pieces of scooters here. It's like a portable light, and I'm not quite sure what this is. It's maybe a portable heat gun. It looks like some kind of portable heat with a own battery. This would be a very interesting question to ask. Probably put up to the show the competition time is over.
You know, if we get lucky, I mean, unless it's a mistake tool, if we get lucky, maybe we just come out and get to see exactly what we're seeing.
Very cool. We ship our attention over to some of the other competitors. I mean, Tint-Off is already laid out that back window partnered with Fernando Saints and his wife, Connie Saints there. Now we're going to figure out some of the doors, all of the film trimmers are already checking that window. And no mercy shown to even his own team. I mean, what a relentless competitor.
Well, he knows what it is to win, right? Like, he knows. And he knows at that time with how much time that he did the correct mistake to get a better result.
That's exactly right. 27 minutes to go. I'm not sure if they don't cut on this car, but he still has plenty of time here to go. 27 minutes. The back was already laid out, and he walked away from his car. Assuming the back was probably good to go. And now he's assisting Ross McCullough and Council and Nacho Manis Salinas. They're on car number 4. Just under 26 minutes remaining.
I mean, it's what you want to see a big team do, right? You want to see the conference, you want to see the talk, you want to see the communication, flow, whatever you want that, and pass it on, you know, push that, and then somebody comes around and checks it behind you. It just causes a better to a better team to be able to involve.
You're looking on there. This is the term I'm teaching you a term right here, probably. That's meaning like beat next door in order to PG friendly. Maybe right carefully there. Broke that door looking for any spots in it that film. You know, if there's any figures that might pop up, any tensions that might not be popping up, like you would definitely put it out right here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think really sometimes guys are just trying to test the durability of the hinges on the doors. So they're going to push it through the mask long and it's great to watch.
Well, these were Toyota Camrys. You know they've been lasting for 20, 30 plus years. And then these are you may want to trade them back in 2 years from now.
Well, I know that door is dangerous, so I would definitely do the insurance claim on that, but it's not going to have any fingers.
That's exactly right. Jordan Welching going there looking for any weak spots in that film. First of all, I experiment there. And again, some competitors already yanked out certain windows, but still plenty of time. We're approaching the 25-minute mark, 25 minutes left on the clock. This is still going to be a lot of the Charlotte G10 that they're redoing that back. But there's plenty of time. They can probably get it done in 7 to 10 minutes there. Still plenty of time to do it. And of course, Richard Jackson making progress on those doors right there.
Yeah, there's no panic about guys like this. And even if they were in a really tight situation with timing, I still don't see the panic because panic causes more mistakes. So you just have to, it's like playing golf sometimes. You hit a bad shot, you have to reset yourself, and then you just go out and you never touched it before.
That's exactly right. It's got one of the best motorcycles I've ever seen displayed over at the Solar Effects booth factory.
You know, one of my favorite things to see a guy like Howard pretty well in the back, just with his amazing sunglasses, just kind of like rooting on his team. Because it's the same like he's here for moral support, a great teammate, great guy in the industry.
Well dressed and well back there. You can't miss him. He's just got the high advantage over everybody. I mean, and what jump he would make if he ever decided to take on that role.
I think he sets the standard on a lot of things they do. I would like to see that. I'd like to see him get more along and things like that. But you know, he's going to retire first from the role he's down and then move on to the next guy.
I don't think he's willing to give up that competitor spirit. I mean, Avery Wells, you're coming off a historic win. He drew battles in 2024. Last year on April, now coming back to compete some of the other competitions here at WFR. I'm shifting some of the focus here. It seems like the team of Fernando Saints there and Tint Pro. I'm not quite sure. We're going to look over on car number 1, the passenger side and the back window. Have the film laid out. The bottom seals are still out of the vehicle. We have to allow the bottom of the window to dry before putting the seals back in.
carry up and as steady as possible. I mean, it only takes a few seconds to stick those seals. It's a risk reward. You don't want to risk it by sticking to the right now for that.
That's exactly right. 23 minutes remaining. 23 minutes remaining.
Now is when you start to get a little tense. You start hearing that 2 minutes, 20 minutes. You start realizing, you start hitting, no return. So this is when it starts to get fun. Everybody starts to tighten up, move a little faster, and the concentration will lose up.
It seems like there's a slight flag on the play for the team of the exterminators. Second window on that reveal coming off car number 4. Again, cool comment to like that in no team of exterminators. This is probably a pre-planned sabotage in order to psych out the competition. No sweat off the Texas squeegee back. One of the foot trinicles rolling there, sweating profusely off the forehead, but again, he's moving relentlessly fast. I mean, what do you expect of a general who's invading and infiltrating the villages of other tenders out here?
I do know this about him. He tracks his heart rate and all these things through his watch. And he does this on a daily basis for these competitions to make sure he can try to keep his heart rate and everything under control so he can stay focused. It's a pretty cool technique. He's definitely a sport. He's treated it as a sport. I think it's a sport. So.
And again, one of my favorite tools he's got on his right hand car on the film trigger with this small little fan and already know it's just feed to drive the back window for a dry streaming. Robert McCullough there now moving on to this at window. This should be going on just slightly a little bit faster. Now that Ronald, it seems like they have laid out the driver's side window. Ignacio Nacho and Salinas there completed the back passenger side door on car number 4. Chilean minor headlight there, supported by Ronald McCullough. And we have Danny Munoz now making his way over to the driver's side door. Seems like the passenger side was successful, is all successful. But I think it was a shaping technique. Dave Carter, for those that are listening and myself too, what is the difference between a shaping technique and binding technique?
Yeah, so like, I guess it's just a tool you use. Some of us didn't really understand files in the beginning, how to use the files, into the middle of the window. So we learned how to do it by heating the glass and using like an angle. I call it a hockey stick. You hold the blade kind of like a hockey stick, then you shave off the top edge so it's a nice, clean, factory little glass. So it looks nicely with the customer, like in the car back and you're really almost like it's factory.
I see Danny Munoz laying out what seems like a masking type of plastic board that board found. I can't imagine this is to protect the switches. I'm assuming this is maybe keeping the protected. Is it for cleaning afterwards? What do you make of this?
It's both. I mean, I think we have those students with both. Like, we don't know what mentally is taking place. Some of these things are like placebo coaches. They have to do it because it's what they do in their daily shop life, so they have to do it here. You have it here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking is free, touching is very much.
He's married, gentlemen
Now we have the team of exterminators, Ronald McCullough, they're partnering up with Marco the filter as well, and each tricky one side of that back window. I mean, almost like a precursor to the heat shrink battles happening later this year, 2025 at WST 2025. But a little bit of a snippet here, Marco the filter as well on one side, and Ronald McCullough on the opposite side. That back window going to go on in the blink of an eye with both competitors, or I say both team members working on that back window.
Yeah, I mean, that's the benefit of having a team that communicates. I mean, you realize, like, hey, we can do this better. I'm done with this over here. I can help you do this. So that's so it's a smart move. It's a veteran move actually to do that.
Our fast approaching here with 19 minutes remaining. 19 minutes remaining. Concession stands are open for, I believe they're open for people that are going to get a little bit of snacks here to enjoy the tinter painted here displayed by the teams. Again, I'm hearing that small little compact car coming back out with another layer of film on the back window of the team exterminators car number 4. And now we have just slightly a little bit over 18 minutes remaining. Just a little over 18 minutes remaining. you know, in terms of progress, they don't seem to be too far behind everybody else. So some competitors are moving on. It seems like Tint Pro, Fernando Sainz, Donnie Sainz back there might have a slight lead in terms of completed windows on their vehicle. Still plenty of time though, 18 minutes remaining, 18 minutes.
Do a little bit of inside training, the other finger windows, training on the inside. That's another way to ensure that you don't get any fingers after you walk away from the car instead of.
Now by shrinking on the inside, what does that do to the foot? How does that prevent fingers from popping out?
Yeah, I mean, it works the same as if you're shrinking on the outside of the car, so they can't essentially have any areas of high tension. So the finger pops up, so when you put the seals back, it puts pressure on it, it just holds it down. It also dries the inside too. It gets as hot and it warms it up from the interior as the exterior of the car. A bunch of teams now making final decisions on whether or not they're going to move forward and skip some things. So we're getting close to the time, but they have to make a decision. This is when you get into a situation where you have to make a decision whether or not you want to move forward.
Just under 17 minutes remaining. Under 17. You know, usually for me, I think once you get down to the final 10 minutes, it's almost like the sink or swim. And if you're replacing a window, it's going to be pretty tight. Coming down to the finals, depending on the type of window, you might have to replace them.
If you go right now, then there's probably actual food. So yo probablemente compré y me voy para afuera con la computadora. Voy a decir cuánto a tu papá, así también está ahí. Que él está emocionado y también yo también quiero ver cómo se ve. Voy a editar tener su funda y voy a editar lo que pueda. Así que no tienes que hacerle
This is like a free clinic if you're really interested. Even if you're a veteran, I mean, if you can't walk away from this, you know, a few things to add to your arsenal. I don't know how you're paying attention. There's so many amazing things to do.
Again, I know I'm getting a lot of footage.
15 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. That window of the train team has been laid out for some time. Team exterminators are working on it, double teaming. Ronald McCullough there with Marvel, the film training as well. Dave Jones are still inspecting the final piece of his back window back there. You know, this is laying out a successful install, and one of the probably the only wet shrinker that was in this round. You're representing Team Wet Shrink.
He said wet shrink, but I heard dinosaur.
Richard Lane Jackson they were firing some shots against Dave Dillinger. When I said wet shrink, he heard a dinosaur shrinking. I don't know, I mean, Dave Coopy Pro, these are some body work, but in the heat of battle, I mean, sometimes you forget the friendships that exist here, because these teams want to put their competitors, they're high-level installers in our industry, and this is really important for the teams competing here today.
It's all goes off. Once you're in the air battle area, it's all goes off. And it should be. I mean, they should be using every advantage they possibly to allow the team to make sure that they know who the dominant one is. I mean, it's all part of it.
That's exactly right. Gloves off, pouches on, squeegees out, and chiselers down with just 14 minutes remaining. 14 minutes remaining. You know, there's still plenty of time. Seems like the team with Fernando Sainz, Tint Pro, Donnie Sainz are in the lead for completing their vehicle first. Still plenty of time, just under 14 minutes remaining. It seems like they're already moving into clean and prep their windows. Donnie coming in there to inspect. And you know, one thing I'm noticed about some of the female installers, the female professionals that are in our industry have a very meticulous attention to detail. So it does not surprise me that Donnie is almost like the honorable judge of that team.
I think it's a smart move. I've said this for a long time. And, you know, the women in our industry have definitely a different eye for detail.
Just under 13 minutes remaining. Under 13 minutes.
Again, it's getting a little way. We have one of the styles on card number 6 that is on. I'm not sure if this is like calculated, keep it on, or this is just maybe an oversight. They didn't know that they keep it on. May burn a hole through this country. It's out there certain times.
Yeah, that's probably just to keep it hot, so it's ready to go. So you can pick it up, or, I mean, you should do that in your shop, but in a competition, I see why you're doing that.
Well, I mean, one of the other reasons why I see to leave on is if you look at the heat gun on this side, it is pushing air and contamination over to part number 5 there. So maybe some form of subtle sabotage on the team with the card number 6 over here.
I can see that. I didn't think like that. Again, you can definitely do something a little so you can turn all your heat and aim it at the ball. So hey, that's a smart.
I don't even want to strategy. I don't even want myself. I was thinking here.
And fight a little bit from edge. Like, sometimes they just don't fall in the front skills when it comes to course. You have to get yourself out of your comfort zone. I mean, guys like this are professional, you want to get right there. There's nothing worse than to get crazy when it happens.
Now, I'm looking at the card number 6. It seems like all the windows have been laid out, but I still see more pattern on that viewer. I can only imagine this is probably an extra pattern that they must have done to anticipate perhaps having to redo a window. I'm not sure it's it. Just under 11 minutes remaining. Under 11 minutes.
And he made the decision to pull off from the driver window. He knows he's going to have to listen now. He's a professional. He's got it. He's learning how to hold it down and do it with. So if he double cut that song, he was prepared for something like this.
Okay, I think now he's going to be putting him on that door, shrinking on the door, saying, now my style is not like putting it on a peel board and snap shrinking on the door, especially when I'm on-roading. I find it a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, but again, that comes because that is because I have that experience. I do it every day, and then I'm familiar with shrinking on the door itself. But still plenty of time. 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes remaining.
Now the pressure goes. Now you're starting to get into the point where things you can't turn around. So let's see how everything goes unfolding. Let's see what action takes place in the game. We'll be paying close attention besides the good or pull or something like that.
We have a lot of fine and detailed work hard number 5. Richard Glenn Jackson at the top edge of that window. Rocky McClure working on the driver rear door window. Sean and G. Titman on that back window. This is when the pressure starts to ramp up. This is when maybe some frustration will start to set in there. Some nerves will start to come in and creep in. And if there's still a lot left that's to be done on the vehicle, whether you're getting more or less version of yourself to do the final stretch, completing the 16-minute time limit here at WFR. 9 minutes remaining. 9 minutes.
Yeah, I think you just have to stay focused, right? You can't let the clock come up here. It is your enemy, but you can't focus on it. You have to do what you want to do.
I believe I just witnessed Fernando Sainz pulling off the rear driver's side quarter. We still got some time for a quarter window. Just under 9 minutes left. Still plenty of time, but after maybe perhaps I don't expect it that we have enough time in order to do this and we can do better than this. So I have to move it in order to remove film and install an element to hopefully get a better result and increase our chances of winning first.
Yeah, you gotta hit home run there, right? You can't have it with the hands. You have to be able to get it in because there's still a lot to do. You get area, make sure other windows are great, make sure that anything you can touch that has some time.
Les Bolton there, moving very confident in our line. We go cleaning up the bottom. Seems like he probably got one of the bigger towels underneath it in order to catch any scraps and make it much faster in order to clean up
up and move the team out once the time is over. Just under 8 minutes remaining. 8 minutes. They're working his way over on that side. We got one competitor hard to back window of the drive passenger side. George also working on 2 staging the driver rear door. And Dave Dunn seems to be he's expecting and assisting wherever he may be needed for that team.
There's a lot of experience in that car. There's just 60 years of combined experience just between the two. So I think they're going to work some honestly for that. Dave is definitely going to do some things to come to a little mistakes in the problem.
Right, an incredible opportunity for Chris, who is partnering with industry legends. Chris obviously a much younger scholar here, but with that type of expertise that he can lean on, I'm sure it'll propel him in his career even after the competition has ended here.
What a great honor to work with those 2 guys that are very inspiring members for them to be able to give you the experience and the purity so you can learn the pressure. You know when somebody has your back or something goes wrong.
There's slamming the door, driver's side door, to bring out any weak spots in the front. He's moving over to the passenger side. Slam, we can be on the other side. That car's going to control by the time they're done with this one. But it won't matter because what matters is that it will have a perfect flawless Tint-Off order to be judged and perhaps win the first place here at WFR.
Those 2 guys have pedigree to do it too. It's definitely, I'm interested to see this a little bit on the second time.
6 minutes remaining. 6 minutes remaining. Once you get down to that final 5, it's super smart.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot you can do at that time. I mean, you can try to fly through something, but you have to. I think the risk that you do in that time period is damage, right? Like you start to have to really move. So you lose a little bit of control of the road if you grab yourself in there.
5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Danny is moving quickly to tackle the top of that window. And I'm not sure if he's perhaps going to allow this one as well. Because once you have 5 minutes, it doesn't even have time to drive that top, depending on his solution mixture. He may be able to pull it off. He may change up his strategy as time winds down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I stand corrected. Danny has already changed at the top of the window. So again, plenty of time. He's still ahead. 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes. To slam the doors for Fernando Sainz. Again, in time, success at Tinter was 23 million. And now they're coming back, coming back up. Seems like they weren't all together then, they're working all together now. It looks like they're in the lead in terms of completed installs so far.
They're going to use every minute they have to make sure that everything's working. Talking about somebody that dissects the words of Fernando, there's no way that something that's not correct or could cost them the button on the rules of the show.
You know, one thing that I really enjoyed just observing about the team. So Fernando Sainz and Donnie Tintro were the installers, whereas Donnie was more like the assistant. And it seems to have been paying off because, again, they're the team that are completing their install before anybody else, although they were technically 2 experienced installers, a 3-person team. They split themselves up very efficiently, and this is an incredible sight for me to see here. It shows the value and the importance of having almost like a supportive role until not everybody has to be an installer.
Yeah, no, like what I just witnessed was basically you go ahead and do what you do, and I'm going to come back behind you and check. So you can go, you just focus on what you do that day, and I'll come back and check if it's going to work. If I have a problem, we'll get together. Whether it's worth it, and you make a decision from there.
Right, it's getting down to the final couple of minutes here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially at 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes, that's 1 minutes in that. That's 3 seconds, 3 60-second segments. It's the way that you can start thinking about how fast this is really gonna go.
It goes quick. You're really focused right now. You're trying not to pay attention to anybody slamming doors. You need to pay attention to yourself. And so this 3 minutes goes by so fast, it's almost just a blink.
And in just a blink later, 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We have Rodney still going to lay one of the back windows of the driver's side Nissan Altima car number 5. And this is where it should really ramp up. The tensions start rising. This is a sink or swim. Some competitors, teams are moving into clean up their car. 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes. I'm telling you, David Cooley-Carley, the blink of an eye, it'll be the final 60 seconds, and then it will be officially over. It'll be up to the judges in order to score this and see who will be the finalists. We have the first team that have completed. Domington Pro, Fernando Sainz, Donnie Sainz, they're completing their car. And again, for efficiency purposes, I think it's very important to note, 2 experienced installers, Donnie being a supportive role, and they were the first ones, one of the first ones out. I mean, what a statement there, a performance, an incredible performance there by Fernando Sainz, Domington Pro, and Donnie. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Time here for the second team at Trey Tins, Byongyo Park, and Danny Munoz's team. All right, David Colby-Carley, this is it right here. This is a final stretch. It's the final countdown as we have 60 seconds remaining. 60 seconds remaining. Some competitors are moving in to clean up their final processes. Others that are looking at certain things. You know, this is it. It's 45 seconds remaining. It's gonna go by quick here. Sean G, Hitman, Rodney McCord here on the bar number 5. 30 seconds remaining, 30 seconds. $20 seconds. Crowd is making some noise. 15 seconds. You're down to the final stretch of the team's division at WFR. 10 seconds. And the final countdown begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Squeegee's up. Time is up. Let's give it a round of applause for the teams here that competed today. Wow, an incredible performance here displayed by everybody. Now the smiles at the sighs of relief here. David Colby-Carley, we saw yesterday the first batch of teams competing for the automotive division. Now we see the second one. How do you feel that the competitors this time around did against yesterday's?
I saw a lot less panic. I saw a calmer field. They knew what they had to score, so it set the bar. So I didn't see anybody really panic. And it came down to the wire with Rodney and Sean G, Richard Jack on their car, and they got it done. So, you know what? Kudos to them. It didn't look like they were going to get on that last window, and they did. But let's take it, right? Like, you know where the bar is. It's different when you're just coming in blind, so you know what to expect. So it was a different level of focus, and as always, fun to watch.
Yeah, I think this round is, you know, yesterday's scores. I'm not sure if it is some of the competitors today, but again, numbers don't care about feelings. At the end of the day, it's what the judges will score the competitors here and who will be advancing into the finals teams division, which is going to be one of the most must-watch competitions of the entire lineup for WFR.
Absolutely, and whoever ends up in those final spots, it's going to be amazing to watch. I look forward to it.
A couple of competitors from the team of AUTOBAHN, some XFL competitors, Eastman teams, Solar Effects, Max Pro. I mean, a lot of suppliers here represented on the competition floor for WFR. Judges will be moving in here momentarily as the competitors move themselves out of the competition floor space. And hopefully we can get some music going in order to kick up the vibes here for WFR 2025.
Somebody needs to turn our car off. Thank you. I just didn't want the battery to die, y'all. He just noticed it was on. I was like, shit, we can't touch it now.
저 차가
네?
저 차가 딜러에서 나올 때
네.
아,
You know, I can't help myself. I have to
딜러에서
go
나올
look at
때요.
the-
아니 좀 라이브
괜찮아요.
Just so you can have your fun.
See, we're looking at the
Nice car, bro.
exterminators.
Well, there goes our roll of tint for the final if we make it. We had to get a new roll. Fuck that roll.
And
Mark that Danny Mark on the box.
I mean, looking at this window right here, I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me. I can't really see much. You know, the lighting
going to
is
smoke a
pretty
cigarette.
decent.
Yeah.
We're under natural lighting right above. But looking at this door, I'm not seeing anything here. Not really seeing anything ordinary back here either.
지금 마이크는 장착을 안 해서 음성이 잘 안 들릴 거예요.
Rear glass, it seems pretty
지금
good
이렇게
so far.
팀전 1차 예선이 끝났습니다.
Windows on this side.
여기서 이제 몇 명 뽑죠? 아니
It's
몇점
definitely,
뽑죠?
you know, there's two worlds when it comes to the competitions, right? We have what's
뽑지
custom.
않나요?
10점?
예, 파이널 10줄 거고요. 지금 래핑 파이널 할 거예요.
래핑?
예, 어제 그 친구 날아다니는 친구 진짜 와.
우리 이 도로 에비뉴 사장님
안녕하세요.
네. 마이크가 지금 잘 안 들릴 거예요.
아, 네네.
마이크 장착 안
이게
해서.
자막으로.
Driving it down, squeeze that boulevard and take left.
자,
Go tint yourself.
지금 이 뒤쪽으로는 래핑 대회를 하는 거고요. 이쪽으로는 PPF, 그리고 저 뒤쪽으로는 건물 썬팅, 네, 건물 썬팅 경연하는 데인데 이제 내일 결승하죠.
PPF 네, 내일 윈도우 틴트는 내일 결승입니다.
Exactly right. For all of us that have been watching the competition, thank you all for
내일
joining us.
오늘
This is
결승
a
이거
pleasure.
끝나고요.
David Colby, Carly, commentator, the tech
내일
team,
이제 모든 결승전이 내일 이루어지고요.
See you around.
내일 결승전이 끝나면 이제 또 세레머니 있으니까요. 그때 또 실시간 또 결승전, 결승전 때는 또 제가 실시간 방송을 또 해보겠습니다. 자, 편안히 주무시고요. 저희 여기 한국은 지금 1시 18분인가요? 저희 여기는 지금 이제 12시 18분이거든요. 정오. 예. 자, 저희 이제 좀 끝냈는데 뒷유리 쪽이 조금 먼지가 들어갔어요. 어제 점수가 어제 1등이 몇 점이었죠? 99.52. 6?
위철 99점.
아니 저거 팀전이요.
팀점 99.52요.
99.52. 똑같은 차량에서 99.52였는데요. 오늘 저희가 몇 점이 나올지 모르겠어요. 일단 99.52 근방에 가야지 아마 될 것 같습니다. 자, 또 좋은 소식으로 다시 연결하겠습니다. 안녕히 주무세요. 바빠가지고 머리도 못 자르고 가서 완전히 거지입니다. 지금 거지.